For years, the Middle East was a hot battlefield in the Cold War. And with fears of a new Cold War sparked by the conflict in Georgia, the Middle East may once again feel the chill. This week, Syrian President Bashar al-Assad met with Russian leaders and presented a shopping list of new weapons systems. This has alarmed Israel, which has helped arm and train Georgian forces. There's concern the Russians may respond in kind by upping their backing for Israel's foes, say Israeli political analysts.
But they are going to try to say, we are back in, we should be taken into account, and also to try to warn Israel from being overly active in its own military activities and arms sales to countries with which there are tensions in the Russian sphere.
Israel and Russia do have diplomatic relations. Following the collapse of the Soviet Union, Moscow's involvement in the region was dramatically reduced. But now Russia's economy is on its feet again, its leaders newly assertive, while American influence in the Middle East is waning. The U.S. is bogged down in Iraq and Afghanistan, and its economy is in deep trouble.
Russia's certainly back on the stage and trying to regain some of the lost ground over the last 10 years. And part of that is to have a presence in the Middle East. We also see Russian naval vessels in the Mediterranean for the first time in at least 10 years.
But a reinvigorated Russia will have to choose its friends carefully, says Israeli parliament member Ephraim Snei.
Especially in Moscow, has to make a distinction between the will to re-emerge as a global superpower, which is understood, and on the other side, the attempt to take sides with the rogue regimes like Iran, which so viscerally oppose the Western culture, the Western civilization, Europe, United States, Israel.
But the Middle East has a nasty habit of ensnaring big powers in its local squabbles. If Russia is seeking a more active role in the region, it will have to tread carefully, because the consequences of a misstep here can be catastrophic. Ben Wiedemann, CNN, Jerusalem.